give y'all a little bit of a chance to get in. This is an impromptu live because, well, I do these best. So I give y'all a little bit of a chance to get in. Just wanted to come in, let you guys know what I'm doing with my self quarantine time. Um, see how everything's going with everybody else. See how everybody's surviving. If we're using this time to improve ourselves or not. What are we doing best? I'm actually going to start a challenge. Hello, I can see somebody has joined. Oh, somebody came and left. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. I'm all here for it. I see folks are joining in. We're in here just chilling. Hey, hey, Deandra. Hey, Natasha. How y'all doing? Oh. Hey, hey. How's it going? Hey, Miss Lex Lex. Hello. We are here. We are here. Yeah. We'll give it another minute or so. Hey, Mika T. Yeah, I know. Whew. I'm like, do a live or edit a video. I'm so behind. I'm so sorry that I'm so behind on all my videos. He is teething. He's teething hard. He's not cutting any yet. But you can see he's got all the signs of a teether. He's chewing on those fingers. He is teething, teething, teething. He seems to be doing okay with it, though. What are you looking at over there? Yeah, that's an advertisement. All right, so what I wanted to do with this live basically is just to let y'all know that I'm doing a challenge during this self quarantine. And so the challenge is really simple. It's just about self improvement and doing one thing to improve yourself. Ah, oh, thanks. Thanks, Mika T. It's just about, doing one thing a day while we're locked in the house. So we're not locked in the house to improve yourself, your mental health, your well being, um, in general, right? So I was talking to my play little sister. I don't have an actual blood little sister, but my play little sister. I was talking to her, and she said somebody was doing this challenge. It was kind of like a self quarantine challenge, and we wanted to do something every day. All right, you okay? Yeah, all that saliva, you choking on it, sticking your fingers down your throat. So, basically, you just do something every day. So whether it's watch a movie, make a new recipe in the kitchen, um, exercise, read a chapter of that book you wanted to read, you know, anything that makes you feel good, whether that's getting a project done in the house. Like I've been a little lazy around here, so like today I got up, I washed 2 loads of clothes. Hey Giovanna. Had my rainbow baby girl from a sperm donor also. Single mother by choice on January. Oh, congratulations. Oh, emergency C-section. Well, I'm sorry it was an emergency C-section, but I'm glad to see you're on here and everybody's doing well. Congratulations on your baby girl. On Jadana. All right. Congratulations, Giovanna. Congratulations. Such a blessing. Such a blessing. You must be over the moon and terrified at the same time with what's all going on. But we're going to keep it positive, and hopefully you guys are holed up in the house and you have enough groceries and or getting them delivered to you so you don't have to so nobody has to go out, and you're just getting to know each other and enjoying your time together. That's wonderful. Congratulations. That's wonderful. So yep. So we've been. I want to say here in my county, we had a stay in order. Um, in my county for I want to say, or let me just say this: the state stay in order has been in effect for over a week now. I think no, not over a week. I'm lying. The state order went into effect last Thursday. So today's Monday. It went into effect last Thursday, and my county has been on stay in order since the Thursday before that, and then we were on a curfew since the Thursday before that. So I've technically been quarantining, I guess, or staying in for about a week and a half now. Hey, silly mommy for life. Welcome, welcome. So, it can be a little difficult to remain positive. I am what you call an extroverted introvert. I like having my me time alone by myself. I'm perfectly fine with being in the house. Unfortunately, baby G here does not share that sentiment. I'm perfectly fine with being laid up on the couch all day. He is not. He gets bored very quickly. So I'm having to do things with him, move him to other rooms, keep him occupied and entertained. Otherwise, he acts a complete fool. I've noticed that he behaves really well when we leave the house, and it's probably because he's just bored of being home. So, with everything going on with Corona and all of that, I just haven't been leaving the house as much. And we did get out Friday. I had a chiropractic appointment. I so needed that appointment, so needed it. And I debated whether I was going to go because where I go, he goes. And, considering that was somewhat of, I guess it's a medical office, right? But you just never know who's kind of walking in and out of there. But they were really, really great. They make everybody, they're basically spraying people's hands as they come in. If anybody uses the bathroom, they're sanitizing it after everyone used the bathroom. They had me and Baby G in a private room. And, so we could minimize our exposure to even the other staff, even though there was nobody else there. I was the last appointment of the day. So, you know, they were really, really good about that. So I'm glad that I went because I really needed the adjustment. Natasha, he is 5.5 months. He'll be 6 months on the 14th. Hey, Thrifty for real. Hey, welcome, welcome. So he is ready for solids. I mean, I'm trying to, push him out to actually 6 months. Hey, Shar. But I was eating a sandwich the other day and he quite literally grabbed my hands and tried to pull it to his mouth. So he is ready. He is ready. He was not doing that before. I've offered him a cup or some food. He's kind of just stared at it like, what's that? But if I offer him something now, he actually opens his mouth. So he's ready for solids now. So I guess we're gonna have to get that going. But he's been all breast milk, you know. So all this big body here was just pure breast milk. So he's been doing good, but I'm glad that he's kind of ready, getting to solids. My sort of breastfeeding, or I should say, from the boob goal was 6 months. If I make it past 6 months, great. If not, if I stop at 6 months, that's okay. For me, I just wanted him to have breast milk for his first year. So far, it's just been all breast milk. Because I have been getting my cycles, my milk takes a dip. So I'm in the process of a dip time period now. So I've been having to supplement him with milk from the freezer, and he's doing okay with that. But now that he's teething, it's a little difficult to tell when he's hungry versus when his gums hurt. So we wasted about 8 ounces of milk because I thought he was hungry. He was angling for the boob. Hey, Tansy Taylor. Hello. And I made him a bottle 2 nights in a row that he was just not interested in. Hey, 8-Bit Breeze. Hello, welcome, welcome. So, yeah. So that's where we're going with that. So basically, I really just wanted to come on here and let you guys know about I guess we're going to call it the self quarantine challenge, and how we're just going to do something that uplifts us one thing a day for 30 days while we're in here. So, I mean, I've been self quarantining not self quarantining, but been on a stay in order for about 10 days, 10 or 11 days now. But, my play little sister and I talked about doing it for the month of April, but we were already a couple of days into April. So I said, well, we're on a state quarantine for 30 days. Let's just do it for 30 days, not specifically for April. So if anybody else wants to participate, um, feel free. I am going to make a post on Instagram for other people to see as well. And the person who came up with it, because she forwarded me a text, was saying to use the hashtag self quarantine challenge. So we can all do that too. All right. So I don't know what anyone else is doing here. I've been trying to do some Netflix parties. I've been watching a lot of Netflix. I've also been watching a lot of shows. Catching up on old seasons and things like that. So I'm trying to do anything but eat around here. Let's not talk about cycles. Okay, we won't talk about cycles. Oh no, Miss Lex Lex. Is it because of stress? Or maybe is it possibly you're pregnant? Is that a possibility? Okay. All right, okay. So not pregnant because you're on meds to help it come. Yeah, one thing I will say if you start missing cycles, because stress can certainly do that. I've had that time in my life. That was 2010. Um, Started missing a cycle, and what I started getting was tearaway bleeding. You certainly don't want that. You want to bring that cycle on before you get tearaway bleeding. That is the worst. Um, and then I think I ended up having to be on that medicine. I think it was northindrone that I was on to make it come on. And if I didn't take it in enough time and I started getting the tearaway bleeding, I had to take the northindrone to make it go off. So it was like having 2 cycles in 1 month. Absolutely horrible. I don't wish it on anybody. So if you can get it to come on, get it to come on. Hey, Mrs. Living in Hope. Hey, how you doing? Um, my doctor suggested me to not go out unless I have to since I'm 4 months pregnant. Yeah. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. And cabin fever is real. I'm not no stress and not pregnant. I don't know. Well, I don't know, Miss Lex Lex. Unfortunately, I'm not a doctor and I can't advise you on what else it might be. But maybe it is just the stress of life and situation. Maybe you don't particularly feel stressed, but your body is. Your body may react to stress. You may not realize that you're under. I know that's how I am. I don't like I feel like I handle stress well, but my body doesn't handle it well. Like hence my history of hypertension. My blood pressure is very stress sensitive. So I feel like I'm doing fine emotionally, mentally, but my body is like, no, boo. We sure stop. Yeah, Provera. It's about the same thing. Basically, it's a progestin. Yeah, they just put you on some progesterone to bring it in, bring it on, or to make it go away. My Insta is TamikiaTTC. At TamikiaTTC, no spaces, no dots, no underscores. Let's see. Mine went wonky when I gained weight. Ended up needing Provera to kickstart it. Yeah. Um, Stay close to home. When you do start Provera, bleeding is a beast. Yeah. I had my first doctor appointment, and girl, I was surprised that I was that far along. Wasn't tracking my cycles like I usually do. Ooh. See, I feel I feel like I would feel slighted if I missed so much time in the pregnancy. Like I used to watch that show. I didn't know I was pregnant. I would totally feel slighted if I had like stomach pains and I went to the ER because I didn't know what was wrong with me and they told me I was about to have a baby. I would feel completely slighted. I'm glad to hear it worked for you on Monday 5 and still waiting. Yeah, so I was on Northern Drone. I don't know if that's like that's like the generic name. I don't know if the what the actual brand name. Oh, somebody's falling asleep. Just that quick. But I know. Don't eat a bit breeze. You gotta find something else to do. Watch some movies. Go for walks around the neighborhood or something. Yeah, he goes to sleep fast. When he gets quiet like that, it's usually because he's sleepy. And you can see, he is out. His eyes were just open like 2 seconds ago. And now he's out. But yeah, so my when my cycle stopped, I was under extreme stress at the time. In 2010, when all of that started going on, I wasn't getting along with my manager at work, and so things were stressful there. And usually, when I'm stressed out, I bury myself in work. So work was no longer like a um, a safe place for me anymore. And yeah, he was out like a light. So I was into it with my manager at work, and then in June 30th, my cat passed away. He passed away of renal failure. He was diagnosed of renal failure not even 2 weeks before he passed away. So he passed away on June 30th. On June 31st, my grandmother on my mother's side, her sister passed away. So that's my grand aunt, who we had just seen probably a month or two prior. She passed away the day after my cat. Now, mind you, my cat, I picked him out myself when I was 14. He was the only family member of mine that moved down here to Florida with me. I had him for 16 of his 17 years of life, and he passed away in my arms. So that was devastating. And then the next day, my grand aunt, who I love dearly, she passed away. There was no bereavement in work for cats. There's no bereavement at work for aunts. So I'm, kind of dealing with that. Then, oh no, did I say June? I'm sorry, I meant July 30th and July 31st. So then, in September, on September 18th of the same year, I got word that my sister was killed. Um, she was killed in a domestic violence incident. It actually turned out that she did not die on the 18th. It's presumed that she was probably killed on the 9th. Her body was only found on the 18th. So that was going on as well. My family doesn't bond well in situations like that. So spending 2 weeks in Philadelphia, literally arguing, almost coming to blows with family members, just trying to get stuff together. Feeling like, even though I'm the youngest of all my siblings, feeling like the only adult in the room often, just trying to get stuff done legally, the final affairs and all of that. Coming back home from being up there for 2 weeks and quite literally being by myself. Really, no one, I had no chance to grieve during that 2 weeks. And I started to feel very depressed. I did start to see a counselor. She thought I was probably living in a semi depressed state for some years prior to that. But this was starting to trigger. I had insomnia really, really bad. At that point in time, I decided to take a leave from work because I was suffering. It was starting to affect me work wise. And I said, I just need some time to kind of just do me. I bought like a mountain bike. I was going to bicycle and all of that. I wanted to take a 10-week personal leave of absence, um, completely unpaid, at the risk of not having a job when I came back. And because I wasn't getting along with my manager, she made that situation very difficult. It turned into a whole hoopla where I was supposed to go out the week of Thanksgiving. It was probably another month past that time. Like, I put in the request 4 weeks ahead of time. 10 days before I was supposed to start my leave, I was told that everything was approved and everything was great. Then the last day of work, I was in the office when I could have been at home working. I was in the office ready to turn in my laptop and my badge, and the manager came in and, well, she contacted me and said that my leave was actually not approved, and that hopefully it would get approved the next week, which the next week was Thanksgiving. So I'm like, okay, so you mean next week where everybody is going to be off work except me? Because I used all my vacation time when my sister passed away, so I didn't have any vacation. I was expecting to be off. And at any rate, the decision didn't even come down the next week. It took a whole other month for the decision to come down, and all of that hoopla. It's a long story, but I ended up out on a medical leave that did not start until December 14th. I got out on a medical leave December 14th, and then December 20th, my grandmother on my mother's side passed, which is the only grandmother I really, really knew growing up, because the grandmother on my father's side passed away when I was 6. She passed away on December 20th. So it was a lot going on during that time. My medical leave was approved. It was the personal leave that they were playing with. All right, let me see if I can catch up with the comments. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Sorry to hear about your sister. Thank you, thank you. Um, uh, that would have made some kind of concession for me, because I would have not been used to anybody at anybody's job. Honestly, been no use to anybody. Yeah, honestly, I'm sorry you have to go through that. Definitely coming through. So sorry to hear. Luckily, okay, yeah. So I felt like I was managing. I was seeing a counselor, especially after my sister was killed. But what I wasn't realizing right before my grandmother passed away is that I missed the period. Like, I was maybe a month and a half late. Um, and at the time, I was seeing somebody. Very, very slight possibility I could have been pregnant, but when my grandmother passed, I started getting that breakaway bleeding. So, but the thing about that bleeding is, usually when you get a period, it starts off, heavy, and it starts to taper off. This bleeding is completely different, right? It gets heavier as time goes on, and so basically, I was home dealing with heavy periods, and I had to fly into North Carolina, which my people are in Rocky Mount. I didn't fly into Rocky Mount. I had to fly into Raleigh, and then it's an hour drive from Raleigh to Rocky Mount, and all this while heavy bleeding. At that point, I was taking ibuprofen trying to slow the bleeding down. I guess that was helping, but I was hemorrhaging quite a bit, to the point of like starting to feel faint. I did kind of manage through that, no accidents or anything like that, but it was probably pretty weird how often I kept going to the bathroom while staying at my aunt's house. Nobody said anything to me. I was trying not to say anything to anybody, but it was a lot. And then I finally made it home, and then that's when the huge clots started to drop. Um, and just excessive bleeding. I was going to give myself 10 days. I've never had a cycle that lasted longer than 4 days of bleeding. By the time I got home, I was like, all right, if I'm still bleeding, I'm doing my own Dr. Google research. I said if I was still bleeding at 10 days, I would call a doctor. Um, Hold on. Just realizing my phone here is about to die, but I only made it to 9 days before the huge clots started dropping, and it was just, I couldn't even, like a Super Plus tampon, I wasn't making it 5 minutes. So at that point, I called the doctor. He saw me the same day. He prescribed a northindrone, and then I think after 2 days or a day on the northindrone, that stopped the bleeding. I was on that for, I want to say 10 days, but he did warn me that after I stopped the northindrone that I would bleed again, but that was more like a regular cycle. Um, and so that kind of got me through that, which was actually horrible. And then what happened is was missing a period again, and so it happened again. And so he prescribed the northindrone again. And so he said, listen, if you don't have a cycle by day 35, take the northindrone. Like, it's basically the same pills, but a different amount. So whenever I had the breakthrough bleeding, it was 3 pills a day over 10 days. If my cycle didn't come on, it was 1 pill a day for 7 days to make it come on. So he was saying if my cycle didn't come on within 32 days, then I needed to start the northindrone to make it come on. But sometimes I would forget because I wasn't necessarily counting at the time. So if I forgot that and I got the breakaway bleeding, then I needed the 30 pills versus the 7. It was a whole lot going on, but I needed that like on and off for like a year and a half before it got back on track. So it was kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Uh, let's see. Luckily, I've been working from home in case the periods have it. Yeah, working from home is great. When I was 10, my mom gave me a book on effects of life, and it said if your cycle is less than 2 days or more than 7, go to the doctor. Yeah, I'm on 1 pill a day for 7 days. Yeah, that's to get it to come on because it's basically giving you progesterone, and then when you stop the pills, about 2 days after stopping, that's when your period will come on because the drop in the progesterone is what brings your cycle on. That's what brings your cycle on naturally. So they're just doing that artificially. But yep, and that put me on my behind. I never had a period like that since, thankfully. But you know why the cycle was probably so heavy because you probably continued to grow a line and your line was probably heavier um, than it was supposed to be at that time. Yep. So so that made that cycle really heavy. But if you would have gone just like the 32 days and taken it, it probably wasn't too bad. Um, yeah. Yep. So for me, again, like I said, mine was my doctor who just happened to be my RE at the time. He wasn't really believing me when I was telling him my issue was stress. He was trying to blame it on my weight. And I'm just like, I've been heavier and I've never had this problem ever. Like, you could set a watch, by my cycles. And he was just like, no, you got to lose some weight. This is that, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, no, you don't understand the amount of stress I'm under right now. So, with all that going on, I ended up out on a 12-week medical leave. It started with 2 weeks. So, like, my primary care doctor wanted me to be out for 2 weeks to address my insomnia that I had at the time. So it started out at 2 weeks. It got extended to I think like a month and a half, and then extended for the full 12 weeks. And quite honestly, I don't think my job thought I was going to come back, and I think they were very afraid that they would be served with some sort of lawsuit, considering what I went through just to get out. So I did, if I'm being honest, I did consult an attorney. Unfortunately, Florida is not very labor. It's not a very labor friendly state, so there wasn't a whole lot I could do um, about what I went through. Like, what they did was not ethical, but it wasn't illegal. Like, now, had they not let me go out on my medical leave, that would have been a completely different story. But it's a big company. It was actually a third party that determines the medical leave, not the company itself. So that was out of their hands, and I'm sure they do that to protect themselves. Um, it's been regular since, okay. They blame everything on weight. Yes. Yes, everything has been blamed on weight. Weight or age. Like, I've also been diagnosed on age. Like, oh, there's nothing serious because you're young. That's ridiculous as well. In fact, it's the closest to 28 days it's ever been. Kind of annoying. Ugh. I know. When your period shorten up, you wish you had those longer cycles, right, Char? I will say, since my cycles have restarted after giving birth, they're 31-day cycles. I've never had a 31-day cycle in my life. They've always been 28 days by the book, but these cycles I've had four of them now have been by the book, 31 days. On that 32nd day, cycle starts. But they've also been weird because I'll bleed for 3 days. The fourth day, absolutely nothing, and then I'll spot red, not pink. I'll spot red for like the next 3 days after that. I don't know. It's really weird. Also, I've noticed about my postpartum cycles, and I don't know if this is because I'm breastfeeding, that the cycles seem to start exactly a week after I get egg white cervical mucus. So usually, egg white cervical mucus is an indication of ovulation. A week between egg white cervical mucus and my cycle actually starting would point to some sort of little phase defect. But I'm not sure that I'm actually ovulating at that time. I have not been tracking ovulation. I've only just been noticing what my body's been doing. However, I want to say a week before I see egg white cervical mucus, I get cramping, which I believe to be ovulation cramping, but I don't have any other sign of ovulation aside from that cramping. It's just some weird cramping that happens once and doesn't happen again. And then a week later, I have the egg white cervical mucus, just a little bit. And then a week after that, a cycle. So that has been consistent for the last 4 months since my cycle started. I don't know what that is. I kind of feel like I want to start tracking, start using OPKs to see when my actual ovulation happens, to see if there's some kind of little phase defect going on or not. Um, but I also don't know if it's just wonky because I'm breastfeeding and my prolactin is up. So that could be it too. I don't know if it's something I really should even be worried about. I was pushing 300 at 5'10", lost 50 pounds, dropped. Okay, lost another 50. All right. All right. That birth control, man, I'm telling you, that birth control does it. I'm thankful that when I was going through IVF that I did not gain on birth control, but I could not lose weight to save my life on it. 5'8", 220. I want to drop 20. I need to cut calories. Yeah. I mean, shoot. I probably got your all beat. I'm 5'4.5". I'm actually pretty short, with a Napoleon complex. And I weigh 254, about 254. So I will say I am a little blessed in the fact that my weight has not affected the regularity of my cycles. Um, I know it does for a lot of people, but I am blessed that it has not affected mine at all. Count calories and intermittent fast when I'm behaving. Yeah, I think I've been intermittent fasting most of life. Be careful with the intermittent fasting though, because I believe it is what caused my insulin resistance. I I've been eating one, maybe two meal a day for most of, actually all of my adult life. It's a bad habit that started when I was in middle school. Um, and I think not eating breakfast also started in middle school. So, but by the time I got to high school, it was unclear whether I was going to have lunch or not. And sometime, I want to say the last couple of years in middle school, or maybe the last year or so, it was uncertain whether I actually ate lunch or not. So I was pretty much eating like one meal a day at that point, and I just got used to doing that, and so it's an awfully bad habit. I have PCOS. I'm insulin resistant. Losing weight is impossible. Yeah. I think there's Apid Breeze. I know my acupuncturist has mentioned the PCOS diet restricts all the good stuff: sugar, dairy, any estrogenic food. Um, I don't know. I don't know if it's any, if you've tried that diet and if it's helped with your insulin resistance and losing weight. Of course, there are supplements out there that help. the myo is really good for insulin resistance, and it's supposed to have some benefits for PCOS. There are a few others out there as well. I don't know if that'll help. Yeah, I kind of suck at dieting as well. I think everybody sucks at dieting. You can't call it a diet, right? A diet sounds temporary. It has to be a lifestyle change. Yeah, yeah. Sugar is the devil for everything. It's the devil if you have cancer. It's the devil if you have PCOS. It's the devil. It's the devil. It's the devil. Sugar is the absolute devil for everything. I will say though that probably if you don't eat more often, because one of the things my endocrinologist was saying when he put me on a continuous glucose monitor, he said, "Look how level your sugars were." um, overnight or whatever, and then you missed, you ate, it came back down, it stayed level. But he said, then you missed the meal. When you missed the meal, your numbers went up, they didn't come back down level, they kind of stayed up. So missing those meals were not beneficial to me. So that's what I'm saying. Be careful about the intermittent fasting. It may not be that great for you if you're insulin resistant, because when you are insulin resistant, your body needs regular meals to regulate. So it'd be better for you to eat more meals a day than less. And you'll be surprised if you manage the carbohydrate intake. You'll be surprised how much weight you'll lose as well with that. Yeah. I will say though, I have been restricting carbs for so long. When I got pregnant and the diabetes educator said that I had to eat 6 meals a day and I had to have so many carbs, I was actually buying, I could buy bread again, y'all. I was so happy to be able to buy bread. The amount of carbs that I was limited to didn't bother me because it was way more carbs than I was allowing myself to have. So that was just perfect. So you might find that if you limit your meals to a certain amount of carbs, that you might do better. So it might be worth trying. So, but I know the PCOS diet likes to limit carbohydrates, but it might be worth a try. A little bit of research, just try it out for a couple weeks, see how it goes, see how your glucose numbers go. I'll admit I haven't been the best at taking my meds. I haven't been checking my glucose at all, although I've not been feeling like my glucose has been high or extremely low, except when I don't eat because I am breastfeeding. I do get those sort of low sugar feelings, but I think that's just because baby suck the life out of you when you breastfeed. So, trying to stay hydrated enough to make milk for him has been a challenge. I'm trying to do that as well. I'm used to sitting around, not drinking water all day, not eating all day. I've been slowly, especially with the stay in, I've been slowly falling back into that habit. So I'm trying to kick that if I can. Living alone means if I buy the carbs, I gotta eat all the carbs. Oh, yeah, I know. Even like maybe buy some bread that's not the most appealing. Put half of it in the freezer so you can't. It's not easy to get to. And then I'm not saying go out and buy chips, because the amount of carbs would be like 15 carbs or 45 carbs, which could be half a cup of grits or half a cup of rice. You'll be surprised how many carbs you can get when they're good carbs, instead of something sweet or something like that. So I was very happy to be able to have grits and to have 2 slices of bread. I would look for the lowest carb slices I could get. I found that in potato bread, believe it or not, where I could make a sandwich for a meal and still be within the carb restrictions. Um, Yogurts. I could have yogurts again. I was missing those because my acupuncturist was telling me to stay away from dairy, which included my Greek yogurt. It was a mess. I was missing a whole lot of stuff. Sugar and dairy is like, sometimes for fertility they tell you have dairy. Sometimes they tell you don't have dairy. I don't know. The rules are different a little bit when you're pregnant. But I understand if you're triggered, then certainly you want to stay away from that stuff. But maybe using something that maybe doesn't trigger you, like beans or something. You'll get a lot of protein from the beans. The other thing that I learned is that when you have a carb, make sure you're having protein with it. So if you're going to have a carb, make sure you got some protein in there. Get you some meat and don't eat those ramen noodles by yourself. By itself, get a protein. I've had a couple of packs of ramen noodles in here since before the pandemic, and I've been baking up some pork chops in a new wave to have with it, and I've actually quite been enjoying my pork chop with the top ramen. I know. Sure. I've actually read a lot of like lactose intolerance have to do with, not necessarily having the cleanest intestines. So, like, doing a cleanse might help with that. I personally have become a little lactose intolerant, although it's not horrible. Mostly it's just gas. It's not that bad. But I can't give up ice cream. Like, nope, nope. I need my ice cream. So I will suffer for ice cream. But I've been drinking a lot of whole milk lately since being pregnant. So well, actually, not since being pregnant, but the one thing I couldn't wait to dig back into after dropping this baby was cereal. Like, I could not eat cereal at all. Too many carbs. The diabetes educator said I was not allowed to eat cereal. So I'm so glad to have cereal back in my life. Everything but straight up milk. Okay. Yeah, because like Greek yogurt will give me gas. Any kind of yogurt would give me gas. Ice cream gives me gas. Milk gives me gas. So cheese will give me gas as well. So it is what it is. And since, there's no other adults here and baby G doesn't matter, he passes his gas and doesn't even say excuse me. Okay. So I'm fine. I'm fine. If I find somebody, then I guess I'll have to work that out a little bit better. But we're doing just just fine over here when I have my dairy, and I can't wait to be able to share ice cream with him. But we got to get him there first. We got to get him there first. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But hopefully that Provera kind of helps, and hopefully you don't have to stay on it too long. One thing I will say though, if you have a history of fibroids, and while you're on that Provera, keep an eye on your fibroids. Me being on the Northern is what made my fibroid grow from I want to say about 10. It went from like 10 centimeters to 12 in like the year and a half that I was on and off the Northern. And then I was told I had the hyperplasia, and then I went back on the Northern, a higher dose for a longer period of time, and then that blew my fibroid from 12 centimeters to 20 in a matter of months, like from 12 in March to 20 in October. So if you've got a history of fibroids, or maybe if you didn't have fibroids before, just keep an eye on it since you're on the Provera right now. That's something to keep an eye on. I know Mika T ramen does sound good. Unfortunately, the stores are completely sold out. Like, you can't get it. It's ridiculous. But I understand. It's a cheap meal. Um, if you have to survive, it's a good way to survive. But I've got, I think, 2 packs of ramen left. I'm trying to hold on to it. I think I'm gonna have to break out the tuna. I've got a few cans of tuna, so it's time to break out the tuna and the crackers with the cheese, with some egg in it and all that good stuff. It's about time to break that out. I have already, in the 10 days that I've been with the stay in order. I have made spaghetti and I have made that I eat off for a few days. I still have some sauce left. I made time bored. I did buy some hot dogs, just to kind of spice it up. I even bought like some steakums so I could make some cheesesteaks while I was in here. Put it on bread, put it on a roll, put it on a bagel, whatever. Just trying to do something different in here. So I don't know. It's challenging. My husband found two packages of 12. Okay, of ramen. That's good. That's good. Vienna sausage. I know. I like to buy the ballparks, but I couldn't. The ballpark beef franks, and I mean, I grew up on the chicken or the franks that had pretty much a little bit of everything, chicken, pork, beef in it. But I like beef franks and I like the ballparks. But you can't. Usually, I would get like the 16 pack, but those are always sold out. I can only get the 8 packs. I should have bought two of the 8 packs since I could get the 8 pack. For a while, I couldn't find the ballparks at all. So I guess everybody's just taking up anything. You still can't find toilet tissue. I'm not in need of toilet tissue. I've got about four full rolls of toilet tissue, and it's just me in the house. I don't use that much, but I'm trying to find it so I don't get in dire need. So I'm still looking for toilet tissue. Jerk chicken Alfredo. I like that. I like that. I did buy some boneless, skinless chicken because I do have some jars of Alfredo. Because like I was saying before, my last live, everything was going, even the spaghetti sauce. But I was able to get 2 jars of spaghetti sauce, and I got like 4 jars of Alfredo sauce in here. So I did buy like some pasta, what pasta I could find, because that was off the shelves as well. And I got some boneless, skinless chicken to make some chicken Alfredo. So I like that. Jerk chicken Alfredo sounds real good. But I live in a hurricane zone, so we have them year round. Yeah, yeah. Where are you, Shar? Because I'm here in Orlando. Tuna casserole. So what's in the tuna casserole? I've never made a tuna casserole. I kind of just make tuna fish or like a tuna salad with pasta in it, which is a cold salad. Are the stores in your area stocked? The stores near me are missing lots. Yeah, the stores here, like the Walmart here, is still missing a lot of stuff. You can't get it, or maybe it's just that like I haven't really been going in the stores since we've been in the stay in order. I've pretty much been getting delivery, so or trying to do pickup with Walmart. And on the grocery app, there isn't a lot that's available that like has flown off the shelves. Like you still can't get toilet tissue through the pickup or delivery app. You still can't get like some cleaning supplies, some clothes detergent. You still can't get through all of that. And some foods are still not in there. And I don't know if it's just that they don't have it in the store, or maybe they're just limiting what you can do from the app perspective, because maybe it's something that they get, but they run out of pretty quickly. So there's no point in putting it on the app. So stuff is still out. I think if I'm going to find toilet tissue, I'm going to have to actually go in the store. Pardon me. But like I said, that's crazy because where I go, the baby goes. So it's like I got to take him with me. So I don't really want to be in the store. I do have enough supplies to make it these 30 days, but I don't want to get to a point where I'm in dire need of something. Okay. All right. Already having to put people out. Okay. Went to Marmot last night. It looked like a ghost town. I go between Jamaica and South Florida. Okay. I came back to Jamaica before they closed the airports because we have fewer cases. Okay. Yeah, South Florida is really bad right now. Yeah. Yeah. See. Sure. Yeah. It's like I don't know. I'm at the point where I'm like ready to do like an Amazon Fresh type order and just wait for it to be in stock and have it shipped to me or whatever. Like, I don't know. Fortunately, I'm not in dire need, but I'm on my last few rolls. I'd like to get at least a 4 pack, to last me another month or so before it gets too crazy. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do that with delivery. When I do delivery and it's not in there, I'll ask for like the first morning and it's like, okay, if it's there, let me know. Yeah, see, I don't mind getting it 3 weeks from now as long as I can get it. Like I get pet food from Chewy. Like the Chewy deliveries have been delayed like 2 and 3 weeks. Even on the auto ship. So I'm still waiting for an auto ship delivery that has not come yet. And so like the food and litter, that's been a struggle trying to get that. So it's not just toilet paper, like everything. It's just delayed, especially if you're getting it shipped. Everything has been delayed. Yeah, go and offer up. Yeah, ramen has been off the shelves from the very very beginning. I think that's like one of the first things that left the shelves is the ramen. No, that's right, Shark. Can't have these high maintenance animals looking at you crazy. I know. Like I have at one point I did run out of the dry food and I was out of the dry food for a while and I thought I was gonna wait it out because I have moist food here. Like I've stockpiled moist food. So I was feeding them that, but then they got tired of that and they were like, okay, where's our regular food at? So I'm like, all right, I gotta get this food in because the dry food is on a timer. I don't have to worry about it. So it was actually more work for me to give them the moist food. We was just in here kind of crazy. And I was like, all right, it's time for me to get off my bum and order this food so these cats can be okay. So they're okay for now, but they probably got like maybe another week. But I was supposed to have a delivery by now. It has not come. And I don't know when it's coming. But that delivery was supposed to have food and litter. Fortunately, I'm not behind in litter. I've got like 2 whole bags of litter um, that will be okay. But food is crazy. You can't call you out your name. I know. I know that's right. They looking at you crazy. The good news is I'm not like hurting for water or anything because I have a filter under my sink, so I don't have to get bottled water, um, or even water for like the baby. The filter. Oh, look who's up! The filter that I have under the sink is reverse osmosis, so that's good for to use for baby water. So fortunately, I'm okay with that. I've even offered my neighbor next door, like if they can't find water, I can fill up containers for them. They've been really nice and helpful to me and like getting my trash to the curb when I forget to take it out, that kind of thing. So they've been really good that way. But it's kind of amazing what flies off the shelves. I just don't want it. Like if I could leave the baby home, I wouldn't mind going out to the store. But because I can't leave him home, it's like I don't want to just go gallivanting around the store with my baby. 5 cases of water. I know. It's crazy. But that's why I was thinking, like here in Florida, like I don't understand. Like we've already been on a stay in order. It got crazy like the night before. Like I was out getting prescriptions, the night before the stay in order went in place, and almost got into 2 accidents driving around because people were driving crazy. And I'm like, we've been on stay in for the last week. I don't know why people are running around here crazy because all of a sudden the state order went in. It doesn't change anything for my county, so it's just weird. It's just weird. So the people were driving crazy. I literally had to slam on my brakes, swerving, trying to avoid the accident that was in front of me. Bless you, baby. And then another girl almost hit another girl. She was trying to come onto the road. It was just madness. Oh wow. Now that's one thing I have been able to get. Milk and eggs haven't been an issue. That has not been an issue at all. Yeah. So yeah, come on. You awake now? You catnapping? Yeah. I was surprised that milk and eggs were so easy to get. But yeah. So it's been a little crazy out here. It's been a little crazy. Mm. Oh, milk powder. Oh my God, I remember milk powder. It's nasty. It's so nasty. I never liked it. Growing up in the hood, the government cheese and the milk powder. Hated it, hated it, hated it. But I guess when I needed milk for cereal, it came in handy. But hated that milk powder, man. Hated it. Hated it. Milk for my coffee, or else I'll be one of those people in the store at 8 a.m. I know. I know. Yeah, but I don't know. Milk and eggs hasn't been an issue here. Like, I was very surprised when I went to the store. I have been able to get milk, eggs, and bread with no problem. Milk, eggs, and bread with no problem, but still can't get toilet tissue. Still can't get toilet tissue or disinfectant wipes or any other kind of disinfectant spray. Can't get paper towels. Like, I think face tissue um has now made it to the shelves. So I have been able to find face tissue, but I don't need face tissue. I need toilet tissue. And thank goodness I don't need paper towels. I overbought those one time. I didn't realize I had a pack in my trunk, and I bought another pack. So I'm good on paper towels. I just need toilet tissue at this point. And even diapers has been a struggle. Um, because I use Pampers Swaddlers, and that's been a struggle to get in the stores as well. I was able to find Pampers on Amazon. They stay out of stock, but I wasn't hurting for Pampers, so I was like, all right, if I order it now, by the time it comes, you know, I'll have plenty of time. Like, it'll be here before I run out. So sure enough, I was able to get those. So I'm good. And then I had already like stocked up on wipes because Target is always having some kind of spend this much money on baby stuff and get a $10 gift card. So I just buy stuff that you can never have too much of, like wipes. So I've got plenty of those. Uh, Vanilla essence, struggle, but make it bougie. Vanilla essence to the milk powder. That's a new one. That's oh, because the Nintendo Switch, that's the cheapest console out there. They're trying to keep these kids busy. Yeah, I have a lot of sanitizer since back to school shopping. Yeah, they make you buy. Yeah, I see. I don't. I wish I had time to play a video game, but this little guy doesn't give me much time in between. So not a whole lot of time to play video games. So most of the games I play are on my phone. Um, no shame, no shameless plugs, but there's a few games that I've been playing. So I've been playing Diner Dash Adventures. That's been fun. I always go back and forth out of Candy Crush. I've been playing Coin Master, I think it's called. Um, so I got some friends on Facebook who play that. Game of Sultans, I kind of got into. I'm not sure I really like that game. I don't really like it. I really only got into it to get some gems for my Diner Dash adventures. So I'm just gonna play that until I can get my gems, and I won't go on about my way. But I play I have games that I've sort of stepped away from. So like My Cafe, I've stepped away from. There's My Hospital, I've stepped away from. Garden Escapes, I've stepped away from. But they're still on my phone or my tablet. I'm trying to think what else. There's another one. Uh there's another one. What's Diggy's Adventures? That one I had stepped away from as well. So I'm finding myself busy, between watching TV and playing these games. They're all kind of play, wait. So if you got enough other games to play, the waiting is not so bad. Let's see. Bleach by the gallon. Yeah. Um, keep the lights off. Good. My brother asked me to buy it for my nephew's birthday. I've been trying to get one for 2 weeks. I've given up. Maybe they're out in the stores. Maybe online. You try Amazon. Might be able to find it on back order, and then order it, and then it'll come when it's off a back order. Because I'm sure they're making them. I've been looking for games that you can play at a social distance. Like I've been reading articles about Monopoly, like mobile phone versions of Monopoly and Life that you can play with other people. But those cost money. I think Life was $3 or $4, and Monopoly was, I think Life was $3. Monopoly was $4. Way on back order. Yeah, yeah. Uh, it's tough. It's tough. I don't know. I'm a big Nintendo fan, but for some reason, Switch just hasn't been interested in me at all. But I should probably get one. I don't know when I'll have time to play it. Maybe when Baby G gets older. By then there'll be another Nintendo game out there. I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. Meh. Meh. You repeat that a lot. That's the closest he comes to saying "mama" when he's whining. He goes meh, 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 meh. Yeah. So what else are we doing out here to keep ourselves sane? I mean, I've been trying to get people to join me on the Netflix parties. I've not been getting a lot of participation with that. I know it's a little tough because you got to watch the Netflix on the computer, so that kind of sucks for me too. I prefer to watch it on TV versus on the computer. Yeah, you can't play the games on your phone. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because then you got to fight somebody for the TV if you want to play the game on the console. But ew, baby Jig, you poopy. See, he passes gas and doesn't even say excuse me. He don't care. He's currently sticking a foot in his mouth, doing his own thing. Okay. Yeah, somebody invited me to house party. I don't know. I don't like putting a whole lot of apps. I don't know a whole lot of it. What kind of games can you play on house party? Um, Mika T, I think I've only done, I want to say two Netflix parties. I guess three because two were kind of back to back. Oh, trivia games. Okay. The first one, we watched The Core. That was me, and basically one other person. I think a third person from Instagram joined, but joined late. And then behind that one, we tried to watch another movie, so we were watching Uncorked, which I guess was okay, but to me the movie moves very slow. Um, was actually kind of putting me to sleep. And then the last one I did ended up just being me and my niece, and we watched Fractured. I put out like a little vote. Unfortunately, I think I've been trying to post it in like on the community tab. I think the community posts don't notify you like a video post does. So it's been a little bit difficult. So I think Cards Against Humanity should raise a bunch of games. Oh, okay. All right, cool. So I think you know what I miss? Yahoo Games. Yahoo Games. I think you could play Monopoly. You could play Spades, Dominoes, Pinochle. All those kind of games on Yahoo Games. Reversey. Othello. Different names for the same game. I miss Yahoo Games. I don't know if they're still out there or not. Cool, cool. Yeah. But I think if I'm gonna do another Netflix party that involves like, people from YouTube, people from Instagram, I think I have to plan it better. Like trying to announce it a few hours before it doesn't seem to work well. Hey Misha. Oh, Facebook Uno. Oh. Is there Facebook Uno? I wouldn't mind. Oh, Pogo. Yeah, I could get on Pogo. Might be able to get like some family. Cause I used to play Yahoo games all the time. Like in college, that was like the thing to do. It was Yahoo games. We played games all the time. Come on, baby. What are you doing? Yeah, you're probably a little uncomfortable. But yeah, me in high school, yeah. So it's just I miss that. You get a lot of human interaction there, talking trash over the table and whatnot. And if you knew somebody, you could get in there and partner with that person. Life has changed a lot since college, man. Life has changed a lot. That was when you just on the computer 24/7, 24/7. Everything was on the computer, everything. You get in the chat rooms and AOL, and you had AOL personals, and oh no, there was Yahoo personals and love it, AOL. Ooh, I've been on the internet too long. On the internet too long. Too long. Mika T, I didn't really like the chat rooms that much. And maybe because I didn't have friends that were joining the chat rooms with me. I always found the chat rooms a bit of a bother because everybody was sort of holding their own conversation on there, and if you weren't already like in the group, you felt left out. So I would go and basically watch conversations, not necessarily participate. I would try to participate, but didn't always work out. I think people would find me randomly, like on the messenger, and I would talk more with people on the messenger than in the chat rooms. But I would try to be in the chat rooms. Hopefully, I don't know. I guess I'm a little awkward in group situations where I don't know people. So, but yes, age, sex, and location. Yep. Age, sex, and location. Yep. Sure, I didn't get kidnapped. I'll never know. I know we lived so much more dangerously back then, right? You meet people in public, get in cars with them. We did really dangerous things back then. The world is a completely different place now. Completely different place. Yeah, all kinds of reckless stuff. Like, ooh, I was not an angel as a child. Like meeting guys in weird places, like alone, or like going to somebody's house just to hang out. I would never do that now. Never. Or inviting them, kind of like to your neighborhood and them knowing where you live. And like, oh, the world is just not a safe place anymore. But also back then, we grew up in a time where, you could be in elementary school and walk to school by yourself. I mean, now, you can't even leave your kid on the bus stop anymore because, they're attacking or kidnapping kids off the bus stop now. So it's a scary place this world has become. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna tell you, I just watched yesterday I just watched this series on Netflix called Don't F with Cats. Woo child. That was a roller coaster ride I was not expecting to be on. But that was crazy. That was crazy. It was a little slow going that first episode, but by the middle of that episode, I was hooked onto it, and I watched that whole series yesterday. Man, I could like if you was trying to contact me yesterday, I wasn't having it. I wanted to finish that series. It was crazy. It was crazy. And oh my gosh, it is because Mika T, you reminded me because you said somebody will put you on live now. Like this dude was basically making videos and posting them to YouTube, and it's crazy. I don't want to give it away if you're gonna watch it. Just know it's a little slow going. It looks a little like something you might not be interested in when it first start, but stick with it. Stick with it because it's crazy. Tiger King is next on my list. I gotta get myself together to sit down for that. I understand that one is a wild ride too. So, um, but that was a pretty good series. They out here snatching grown women in daylight. Yep, yep. That would have been good for a watch party. Which don't F with Cats or Tiger King, because I've been contemplating doing a watch party with a series, but the series will be 9 episodes long. Who wants to sit on a watch party for 9 hours? I wouldn't because what if I got to get up and go to the bathroom or get something to eat or deal with the baby? I want to hit pause so I don't miss anything. So that one's a little tricky to do on a watch party. Yeah, Tiger King. You watched the whole series yesterday? I don't know. There's quite a few movies out there that I want to check out. Also, one thing I'm wondering about this whole pandemic, like what are they doing about the movie theaters? Like people can't go out to the movie theaters, right? So are they releasing these movies that were meant to come out during this time? Are they releasing them to pay-per-view or like on demand? Or are they just waiting to release the movies into the theater since nobody's out there watching it? I mean, at least if they released it to on demand, they can make some money on it. Maybe make it a little bit more expensive because it's a newer movie. I don't know. Like what do the studios do? I wonder what they're doing. With mouth open and laughing. Yeah, yeah. That Tiger King. There's a whole lot going on there, and unfortunately, I don't think Netflix is doing these previews really justice. To get you interested in these series. It's always baby J. What's wrong, baby? What's wrong? They're going straight to streaming services on demand or expecting to DVD Blu-ray. Okay. Others are pushing release dates because they want that revenue. Yeah, and I'm telling you, when they let us out, people are gonna be out in drones. I'm not going to no theater. It's gonna be too crowded. And actually, I don't mind. I'm behind in my movies anyway, and I actually don't mind doing on demand. Pardon me, because it's cheaper. I'd rather pay $6 than $14. But okay, baby, what's wrong? What's wrong? You hungry? Are you hungry? You probably hungry. Yeah. You probably hungry, huh? Yeah, he angling. Angling for the boob. Hold on. Let me work this out for him. But let me see. I gotta drink all my water. I don't know. You're probably gonna still be hungry. Yes. I don't know what fell. Probably a remote. Others, yeah. You don't watch The Circle. No, I haven't seen it. I've been looking at it, but I don't know that I'm. I watched that Love Is Blind show. Okay, baby. Okay, hold on. Let me get him quiet. Because he's not gonna give us a chance to have a real conversation here. There we go. There we go, baby. Let's mark the time. Okay. 8:38. All right. Okay, that's better. But yeah. So I watched that Love Is Blind. Love Is Blind. That one's a kind of a crazy ride too. So that one was dramaful. I don't know about the Circle. I've been hesitating about getting involved with that one. Bigger movie franchises like Fast and the Furious, Marvel, DC, they pushing. Yeah, I believe it because they know they're gonna make more money with the theater. It sucks, but I mean, we waiting anyway, right? Twitching like crickets. I know. I know, but the thing is, I got a baby. I'm probably not going to the movies anyway, so that just means it's much longer before I can see it. I don't know. I haven't tried to go to the movies with him yet. I probably have to go check out a like wait for it to be out for like a week or so, and then go do like a matinee or something. I'll probably have to do that because like the Marvel movies, that's something I want to see on the big screen. Like I don't want to wait for it to come out on demand or nothing and watch it on the TV. I want to see that in the big screen. That's worth bringing a babysitter in. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, people can stay home so we can get back to somewhat of a normal life. I was looking at some posts and I was seeing how people were saying they hate how the media and like these commercials keep saying we're living in a new normal, and I'm just like, this is not our new normal. This should just be temporary. It shouldn't be our new normal of staying in the house and social distancing. That shouldn't be our new normal. We want to get back to being able to go out to eat and being able to go to the movies and play in the parks with our kids, and all of that, and kids being back in school. So to say this is our new normal, like, no, I don't believe this is our new normal, and I certainly don't want it to be any new normal of mine. Yeah, it's a month or two, Karen. Yeah, I know. It's temporary. It's temporary. But I also get upset when I see like I was watching a video of like these kids. It was like a bicycle gang of kids riding their bikes through the streets of New York, and the cops trying to chase them down and stop them. Like, come on, what are these? And I was talking to my sister. Her sons are in and out her house, all day long, and I'm like, where are you going? What are you doing? You're supposed to be social distancing. You don't get to go to your friend's house. You need to be home. Like, stay home. Oh, well, my immune system is good. But is your mama's? Like, are you thinking about her? Because you coming to sleep at her house. So whatever you pick up somewhere else, you don't seem to be worried about your immune system. But apparently you're not worried about your mama immune system though. Right. Like, come on, nephew. Stay home. You just going to your friend's house to play video games. Get your own video game and stay home. Like, you're not doing anything productive to the household when you leave. Stop leaving. Do us all a favor. Yeah, yeah. Right, right. And they be out here smoking, not even realizing that um they're respiratory compromised, and they can end up in the hospital behind this virus because they put their lungs at risk. Right. Every time you leave home, like, stop. Stay home. Like, what in the world? And they're talking about this is going to be the worst week yet. I was just watching Trump before I came on here. They're expecting the next week and a half um, to be like our peak or whatever, but I think they keep pushing that back. That time frame keeps getting pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. But I'm hoping that there'll be a lot of lessons out of this, a lot of lessons in keeping germs to yourself and being better about your hygiene and washing your hands and staying home when you're sick and all of that. Um, Oh wow, 2 week old just died. A 7 week old, a 13-year-old, 18-year-old did. Wow. See, hey, Destin for Greatness, welcome. Yeah, I'm hoping businesses learn that telecommuting is not a horrible thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that um, we all learn the importance of family and bonding, spending that quality time with your family. Hopefully, we get a lesson in that. Hopefully, with the more people staying at home, the Earth gets a chance to recover a little bit from pollution. I'm trying to stick to all the positive things that can come from what's going on in the world right now. You know, that we become a better human race. You know, that business become better at things, and yeah, yeah, I know. Destined for greatness. Just because you joined, like my purpose for coming on was just to share that I was doing a self improvement challenge during the time that we're on this stay in order. They're calling it the self quarantine challenge, but just to do something uplifting to you, watch a movie, exercise, make a new recipe, play a game with the kids, whatever it is that kind of boost you in your mood while we're stuck in the house. You just try to do at least one thing a day to do that. And if you want to participate on Instagram, you can post that every day with the hashtag self quarantine challenge. I'm going to make a post on Instagram. I haven't done it yet. I'm doing this live from my phone, so I can't do it until we end the live. But yeah, honoring elderly, absolutely. You know, absolutely. Hopefully, something like that'll come out. hmm Hopefully, the workforce believe their employees and be more lenient on them instead of always writing them off if they need to leave work early to handle family business. Yep. Um, Newfound appreciation for leaving home. Yep. Yeah. That's what I choose to do. Like, there's a lot of horrible things going on out there right now. But I want to believe that there is positivity at the end of all of this. Like, okay, yeah, we're stuck home now. We can't do what we want to do for a temporary amount of time. It's crazy. The grocery stores are crazy, but hopefully, there's some positivity on the other side. Something we've learned out of this to kind of keep this from happening again, but also make us just better human beings. Hey, Miss Lex Lex. Oh, you left and came back. I didn't even realize that you left. Yeah, we're just talking about, movies and, what we're watching on Netflix. Yeah. So I mean, I watch a lot of Netflix. If I don't know who's home during the day and is able, but I will say about the Netflix parties, what seems to be a deterrent. Oh, you okay, baby? What seems to be a deterrent on the Netflix parties is the fact that you have to be on the computer. So I think that kind of gets people. Uh, all right. Yeah, it's been about 10 minutes. I don't want you to overeat. So, you know, people are like down for the parties, but then as soon as they find out that they gotta join the party on their computer, that's where the breakdown happens. So, oh, you've been busy, Miss Lex Lex, cleaning out closets, spot painting, watching Ozark. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've, I've been trying, I guess, trying to do a little bit of things here and there around the house. Not really anything like project based, but just, Now that baby G is older, I gotta put away his 0 to 3 stuff. So I'm like trying to wash everything, put away the 0 to 3 and newborn clothes, bring out and actually some of the 3 to 6 month clothes because he's not fitting most of his 3 month clothes anymore. So it's all like 6 to 9 um, clothes now. So it's time to put away all those little itty bitty baby clothes that he can't fit. Go for a walk around the neighborhood, jump rope in the backyard. Yeah. I mean, you got to keep yourself busy. Otherwise, we're in the house eating. Because I was actually just looking. I was talking to Lady Leo. I was just looking up like YouTube videos for stretching because my body is like tight from just sitting and laying around all day. You know, I got to get up and move more. Don't have much motivation to do housework. Pretty sure that's the depression trying to work its way in. Yeah, sure. That means get out and get a walk if the weather's good. Get out and just walk around, even if it's just 10 minutes. Get out into the sun. You'll feel so much better. So much better. Cause I mean, I didn't get out. It rained all day yesterday, so I didn't get out. But I did get out Friday, and it felt good to just be out of the house. Yep, yoga mat. It felt good to be out of the house, and for some reason, I was up early. You know, I went to bed at a regular hour. I got up early this morning, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna put a load in the washer. I put a second load in, um, and let's see what I can do. Yeah, your teenagers, they want to stay in the house and play games, I'm sure. But it's time to just walk. That's what I have to do. I'm like, even if it's just to the mailbox, which is down the street, I need to strap baby G on and get us out for a walk because he gets bored here in the house. He's not watching TV like I'm watching TV, and he gets bored, and so I need to entertain him some kind of way. All right, hold on. All right, baby G is starting to. We need to work a diaper situation out for him. Yeah. Challenge myself to take my pup for a walk every day. That could be my thing. Yeah, just one little thing. It doesn't even have to involve leaving the house, but just one little thing for yourself to like uplift you. Um, you know, just one little thing a day. It doesn't have to take the whole day or a whole lot of time. It could be maybe I spent 10 minutes meditating. Maybe I found a free course somewhere. I'm learning something new. Maybe you wanted to take up a hobby like, I don't know, knitting, crocheting, or whatever, and you decided to crochet something and you worked on it for however long that day. The arts and crafts stores are still open, you know. Maybe it was you played a board game with your family at home, or a card game like when my nieces were here when the state order, um, when the state order, or no, when the county order first went in, like we were playing Uno, you know. So just little things. It could be, I got up and I walked for 10 minutes. Um, I drank a protein shake instead of eating something unhealthy. I decided to have a healthy meal, whatever the case may be. Signed up for epidemiology course. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So it could be anything you want that improves you, your emotional state, your physical state, anything that improves you. Hang on a second. I need to get baby G a new diaper. Have I talked to my mom? Yes. As a matter of fact, she's called me a couple of times. We've actually the other day we were actually on Zoom, so she got to see the baby through a video chat. That was her first time like seeing him outside of a picture. So she enjoyed that. Um, but she's actually called. You okay? You stick your fingers in your mouth. She's actually called me a couple of times. I guess I should feel bad because I haven't tried to call her, but I know she'll stay in the house. She does go out and get her own groceries and stuff, but she wakes up early and all that good stuff. Drop weight during a stressful time. We have a friendly challenge going on at home. Okay. Yeah. It's just one thing a day though, Mika. One thing a day. It could be about the dropping weight, but it's not. You know, just it could be the same thing every day if you wanted to. Yep, I was trying to get her to get WhatsApp. She said she had WhatsApp on her phone. She didn't like it, so she uninstalled it. So I'm just like, okay, this 70-something-year-old woman who seems to lose phone numbers in her phone, but you know how to uninstall an app? I don't know. But I did find her in my WhatsApp list and tried to call her just in case she didn't really uninstall it. But she didn't get the call. So I guess she really uninstalled it. And so she said she had Zoom. So I have Zoom. So we got on the Zoom call. And she was able to see him. Although he had just ate, so he wasn't the most alert. But yeah, she enjoyed that. I don't know. I mean, I still have his baby book to work on. That's something I can do during this challenge. Um, reorganizing his clothes is something I can do. You know, but he's been rocking and rolling. You know, he's sitting up on his own. He can do that now. Found that out. 68-year-old mom lives on WhatsApp since prayer memes every day more than I know. It's like you give some of these old folk some of this new technology, they go crazy with it. They go crazy. My mom's not really that much of a phone person. So, and she goes to bed early because she gets up early and all of that. So, hold on a second. Let me go get diaper and some wipes to see about changing him before he poops all over me. He's getting close. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, we back. Oh, goodness me. But yeah, it's just a lot. So I mean, if while I got you guys here, if you all just want to make sure I didn't miss any comments. If you all are interested in like a Netflix party, or even for a whether it be for a movie or for a series, like give me an idea of what time of day seems to work out, or um, if the fact that the Netflix party has to happen using your computer is an issue, because that seems to be the issue from even the people who said that they were interested. Like the computer has been a problem. So if a certain time is better to do it, I don't know who's like home and available during the day, because sometimes it'll be like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I want to watch something on Netflix, and sometimes the last minute nature doesn't isn't conducive to that. So I really want to try to plan something, because you don't get notified like you do for like these lives. I know it can be really difficult to get that together. Okay, so how party works is you have to have your own Netflix account. That's number one. Um, you have to use your computer because there's a Netflix party extension, like a Chrome extension. So you have to have the Chrome browser, and then you have to install the Netflix party extension to your Chrome browser. So installing the extension is really easy. You can go to netflixparty.com, and then there's a button there to get it installed. So once that installs, it puts a little icon at the top of your, in the upper right of your browser. That's a NP for Netflix Party, and it sorry, I'm like changing his diaper. Good before 3 and after 7. Okay. And so basically, when if you want to host a party, right? Say you want to host a party yourself, you go to netflix.com in the browser with the extension installed. You find your movie, you go to the movie, like you click on the movie as if you're about to play it. Like you actually go to where it plays, and then you can hit pause at that point. Then then you go to, once you have the plugin installed, you go up to the plugin in the browser and you click on it, and it'll say start Netflix party. Now, if you're joining a party, you still have to have the plugin, because the person hosting, alarm, the person hosting is going to send you a link. So when you click on the link, it's going to take you to the Netflix page. It's going to be that movie that they're watching in the party, but you're not joining the party just by clicking that link. You click the link to attempt to join the party, and then once you're in on that link, you then click on the Chrome plugin to join the party, so that the video is synced up with everybody watching, and it's like a little chat room so that you can chat with each other. So it's pretty fun. I found it to be a little glitchy when you're in there, but the chat aspect of it is pretty glitchy. But in general, it's nice to watch a movie with somebody else. um, Now I haven't had more than 3 people in on a movie, myself included. No, it's it's actually not that bad. So when I've been posting on YouTube, I've just been saying go to netflixparty.com, install the Chrome. You can do that before you even get into the party. You only have to do that once. Once it's installed on Chrome, you don't have to do that anymore. Once you, if somebody else is hosting a party, they're just gonna you just need a link from them. You go to the link, and then once you click the link, you go up to the Chrome extension to join the party. That's it. It really is simple, but you gotta have the Chrome extension. If you don't have the Chrome extension, then you don't get in. Because I think a lot of people were getting the links and then trying to join from their phone and thinking like, okay, I got Netflix, and then I'll just join it from my phone. You can't do it from your phone. You can't do it from your Fire Stick, your smart TV. It has to be on the computer through the Chrome browser. Yeah, and that's it. It was really simple. Um, it's simple to start a party. It's simple. I mean, I haven't, nobody's invited me to a party for me to join, so I don't really know what that looks like joining. All I know is when you start the party, they tell you, don't forget to tell the people joining the party to click the extension in Chrome after they click the link, because that's what gets them in the party. Because I think some people were clicking the link, going to the page where they could just play the movie themselves, but again, they're not in the party if they do that. But yeah, but all you need is just a Chrome browser and that extension. And the extension is free. Apparently this Chrome extension has been out there for some time. I was looking at the reviews for the extension, and people were saying certain things worked, certain things didn't work, and they were from years ago. So this is something that's been out there for a while, maybe in beta form, not that widely used until now. So, but from what I can tell, the extension said it had over 6 million people download it. So I guess people are trying, but it's just a little bit more difficult to get a party going than I thought it would be. Yeah, because because not everybody can watch from the computer. All right, baby boy, come here, relax. But yeah, but I will, Mika T, I will keep you in mind with the next party. I'm sure I will want to do another one at some point this week. Probably a few more because broadcast TV is, I mean, they're not airing anything new. All my shows that I usually watch during the day are all on rerun because they're not filming because of the pandemic. Yeah. But yeah, and it's simple to get the with the Netflix party. It's simple to get set up. So I've been trying to tell people like if they have trouble getting into the party, let me know. Yeah, the download, Miss Lex, you can actually go in and download it right now. So you don't have to wait until you're invited to a party. You can actually get into that right now. So just go to www.netflixparty.com. Just make sure you're using the Chrome browser, though. Not Internet Explorer, not Safari, not Firefox. You gotta be in Chrome. And if you go to that page, there'll be two buttons in the upper right hand corner, and the button is to down. The one of them will be to download the Chrome extension. Baby G's chewing on his big toe right now. It's funny because he used to do this in the womb, and you caught him doing this a few times. Yeah, the toe must taste real good, huh? Nationwide curfew, so you're much at home. Okay, okay. Is anybody else here up late at night with me that might be interested in a Netflix party late at night? Because I'm up at late nights as well. So if you're a night owl like myself, that might be worthwhile. I don't know. Have any of you, since I have been using the community tab on YouTube, have any of you seen the notifications for the Netflix parties? Because I posted at least 4 times for those. Central Standard Time. Okay. All right. We can teach yoga. Yeah, I wish. We all used to be this flexible, right? Well, years of not trying. Hopefully he'll stay this flexible. But now he's on to the other foot. I guess he got tired of the first foot. He's on to the other one. When he starts walking around, we're gonna have to cut that out. His feet on the ground too much. That's gonna be dirty. Dirty. Yeah. Yep. So I don't know. These days, just looking for something to do other than eating because when I'm bored, I eat. And the shady thing about all of this is like, oh, I'm going to be trapped in the house. I feel like I need snacks. Snacks I wouldn't normally buy. Like, I bought like Choco Tacos and potato chips and all kinds of stuff I wouldn't normally buy just because I felt like I needed something to snack on because I was going to be stuck in the house. That's horrible, right? That's so horrible. Yeah, okay. That's the feeling I was getting. Like the community posts don't post right away, like when you post them. So it's kind of hard to get like the word out about a Netflix party. I think what I might have to do is like maybe like a quick live until the Netflix party gets started and then like end the live. That would be the only way to get the word out on YouTube. I tried to get the word out for the second party. I tried to get the word out on Instagram, but I know that those notifications don't go out right away either, right? So, um, yeah, he did. He did. Sure, he sucked all the flavor off. Well, he's back on the other foot. So I guess. Yeah, so Instagram is hard too because like I did a story as well as a post and or maybe I just did a story, I don't know, but see it's not like you're getting a notification that I just posted the story or that I just made a new post or whatever. So that was hard too. So it's just a matter of who's looking, who's watching at the time, if they see it, and it was just ugh. Yeah, do you see in your Chrome, you should see an NP, it'll be gray if you're just on a regular page. There's an NP that shows up in the upper right hand corner of the browser. If you did, then it installed. Miss Lux Lex. And then even though it's gray and you're not on a Netflix, like when you click on it, if you're not on a Netflix page, it'll say like Netflix party options, remove, manage extensions, and all of that. So you should be able to see all of that. Yep. So you got to download it. So if you go to Netflix and you get in a movie, you'll see it turn red, and then you'll get an option to start a party. It'll give you a checkbox whether only you can control, you want to let other people control. And then once you start the party, it will give you a link that you can give to other people for them to join. Yeah. But you only have to do that install once on the computer. But yeah, hopefully this helps. I mean, I'd like to do like a big Netflix party, but it just seems to be so difficult to get a bunch of people on. Yeah. Because I think a lot of people come on the YouTube from their phone. Everybody's doing everything from their phone these days, and that's what kind of stinks about the party. Like, if I could join the party from my phone or from the Fire Stick, I think that would just be so much better. Oh boy. I think I'm getting tired. Maybe I think I'm just getting hungry because I've only eaten once today. It's time for me to eat again. Because I ate and I took a nap, and this boy ate. So I think I'm worn out because I haven't eaten. I ate breakfast really late, and then I haven't had lunch. I just had a little snack, and then it's way long past dinner time now. Yeah, yeah. These feet must taste so good. He's still on his feet. But whatever keeps him quiet, right? Whatever keeps him quiet. Yeah. All right. But I think it's fun. Like if you got family in another state or in another area that you just want to do like a little family movie night or something like that and get everybody together to watch something. I think the idea of Netflix party is fun. I think that's really fun. Get everybody together and chit chat. I wish there was some sort of like you could maybe even like get everybody on like some sort of like group call or something, and that way you can um talk about the movie instead of the chatting. So the other night when my niece and I were watching Fracture, we were actually on the phone together. Although watching a movie with my niece is like watching a movie with a 2-year old. She's got a very, very short attention span. So So that was difficult. But I guess it worked out that it was just she and I, because when the movie ended, she wanted me to go all the way back to the beginning to play a part she didn't see. It was a whole mess. But it was nice. It's just nice watching the movie with somebody else. That's always fun instead of just watching it myself. Yeah, too much saliva. Yeah, you got stuff on your nose. All right, somebody's rubbing their eyes. He's probably sleepy again. He's getting close to bed. Getting close to his bedtime. Right, 10:30. That's when he likes to go. No, don't put that in your mouth. No, let's not put that in your mouth. No, no. But but yeah, Miss Lexus, if you got the MP on your browser, that's all you need. You did it right. Now it's just a matter of starting a party or joining the party. But I will probably. Was anybody interested in a Netflix party right now? Because I know it's like 9:14. Some people probably got to work tomorrow. I'm still on leave. I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I don't have anywhere to go or anything to do. But if anybody's interested in something now, oh, thank you, Miss Lex Lex. We can watch something. There's this movie I'm interested in. It's called What Happened to Monday. I don't know if you've seen it. It's about it's like this futuristic era where I think siblings are not allowed or what have you, and this family has like 7 girls. They're all named for each day of the week, and they get to go outside on the day of the week that is their namesake, and and be this one person. So all 7 of them are interacting as this one person. I guess they've been doing it since childhood, and they become adults. And something happens to Monday while she's out, and now they need to find her or figure out what happened to her. So I'm pretty interested in this movie. Thank you, Shar. I don't know if you told me that it was a good movie. Somebody told me it was a good movie when I had suggested it for the last um, Netflix party. Oh, okay. All right. You saw it and it was really good. Put a computer on a bar and clean. Okay. All right. I don't know if this is one of those. I haven't seen it, and I don't know if it's one of those movies that you really need to pay attention to. But I'll be on there to answer questions. All right. So, as a matter, so this is what I'll do. I will go to Netflix now, and then I'm gonna post the link for the party. I'll wait a little bit before I start the movie. Trending now. Where's my list? And then this way I can post the link in here for you guys to see it. But I kind of wish I would have done a watch party for that Don't F with Cats, because that was like so wild. That would have been great to watch with somebody else. All right. So for anybody here who wants to join, I got the link here. I'm going to put the link in the chat. And then if anybody joins late, I'll put a comment here on the live post. So that link is active now. So if you want to join, you can. I haven't started the movie yet. Let's see. All right. So I'll put that in the comments. And I'm going to pin it so it stays up top. There. So that's there for anybody who wants to join. Miss Lex, if you want to join or try to join it right now, on your computer, I can let you know if you got in. If you got in good. But you see how easy it was for me to just start it. So it really wasn't that horrible. It's just there's just some important elements to getting in the party. Yeah, you can't. I guess the good thing about it is you can't like go and search for active Netflix parties. You have to have a link. Like somebody has to send you a link. And then maybe I'll order me some Domino's while we watch the movie. I heard Spencer Confidential. I'm looking at a tag on my other post. That Spencer Confidential was also really good. That was also one of the options. Anything after last because I received an error message. Oh yeah, Miss Lex Lex, I put a comment. Uh, I put a comment on the video. Maybe hit refresh on the live so you can see the comment, and then the whole link should be in there. Maybe it got cut off in the chat. Hey, Afrojack, baby's doing great. As you can see, he's happy, 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 happy. But yeah, we're closing in on 2 hours. We're pretty much ending the live chat. But if you want to join us in the Netflix party, I put a link to the Netflix party in the comments. We're gonna watch What Happened to Monday, and so it's thank you. It's gotten so a bunch of people are saying it's really good. So I'm hoping to enjoy that. I'm happy to have folks join me while I watch it. Let's see. Nope. How you doing, Miss Lex Lex? I don't see you in here just yet. Yeah, because usually when I try to do these, I'll try to wait for somebody to join. You're in? I don't see you in the party yet. So once you click the link and it tells you about what happened to Monday, then go up to the NP, which should be red, and do the join up there. It's a Netflix party, Michael Riley. We're doing a Netflix party. You see the icon? The little NP icon should have turned red for you. Yeah, no, because you can't put that in your mouth, baby. My aunt it's not red, but the link did bring me to the movie. Okay, so the link brought you to the movie, but it doesn't put you in the party. Like I haven't seen that you joined the party. So the icon, so while you're on the page with the link and it's showing that that's the movie, then you have to go up to the icon, the NP icon, and click on it, and it should be some sort of join. It should be some sort of join thing there. I don't know what it looks like because I've never joined a party before, and I can't do it on my computer while I'm hosting because it'll just tell me that I'm already hosting a party. There we go. I see somebody just joined. That is likely you. It doesn't have a name, so you can click your your little emoji picture and add a nickname and change your picture if you want. So it looks like you did get to join. Oh, is that Shar? Hey, Shar. So you're gonna join us? We're trying to get Miss Lex Lex on. Yeah, Shard, you gotta update your nickname so we know who you are. Your icon. Okay. Is it not giving? I don't know what it looks like. Shar, it looks like you joined. What is it? Did your icon turn? Does your icon should have turned red once you click the link? I don't know what it looks like when you click it to join the party. I've never seen it. Help us out, honey. I don't know what to tell Miss Lex Lex to do. Because once you click the link, that's the first step. Then the next step is just clicking the MP at the top. But maybe hit refresh on the page. Like, don't click to start the movie or anything. Just go straight to the link. It shouldn't start a movie. It should just say what movie is playing, and then you click the NP in the upper right, and you should be able to join from there. Okay. Make sure you're logged in, Miss Lex Lex. You gotta log into Netflix if you're not logged in. Thank you, Shar. I forget that part because I'm already logged in when I start the party. So maybe once you log in, it'll turn red then. And then you can get in. Is there no, when you click the link, is there no login on that link page? There's no login link on that page? Okay, so you logged in. So your MP should be, yeah, there's a little sign in here. So once you sign in, the MP should turn red because I know you said it was gray. The MP should be red once you log in, and then you can join. Oh, yeah. See, this thing is glitchy. I don't know all the little steps. Okay, so now that you're logged in, try like refreshing or clicking or going back to the link again. You should be logged in with Netflix, and then it should be red up there. Hi, LA. I like your little dab emoji. That's cute. All right. Miss Lex Lex, how we doing? I don't know, Shar. Are you updating your nickname? It's still not coming up with a nickname. The chat part is so glitchy. So that part is like so weird. Okay, it's red. Okay, so now that it's red on while you're in the link that I gave you, you should be able to join. Okay. Come on, baby Cause of my head right now. I don't know why that song is in my head. Baby J. Man, I want to tell you to sit still so bad, but you are such a busy, busy little bit. Oh, you get this scratch on your leg. Did I do this or did you do this? Almost there, Miss Lex Lex. We just waiting to see you join. No, yep. I think I saw you just join. I think your little icon is a turkey leg. I can't tell that that's you because it doesn't have a name. Okay, great. You made it. You made it. All right. All right. Cool. Cool. All right. All right. So it's been a little over 2 hours. We finally got Lex Lex joined. We're gonna start this movie. Thank you everybody who joined the live. These lives wouldn't be anything with I know. These lives wouldn't be anything without you all. You keep it going. I never intend to be on here for so long, but you guys keep the conversation going. I appreciate you for it. Until next time, Baby G and I are gonna go. We're gonna watch the movie now. For the three of us. Again, if anybody else wants to join the Netflix party, the link is in the comment. And yeah. Hopefully we can get a much bigger party going at some point. Good night, silly mommy for life. Thank you again for joining. Sticky baby, that's all those TTC. I'm not gonna touch my lips. Bye.